How's it? Today is Friday, July 24th. It's Big Friday, and this is the first time I'm lifting from the floor since probably the meet, to be honest. I haven't done a full from the floor lift in such a long time, and I feel a little bit awkward, kind of moving through the range of motion, and my upper body doesn't seem to be set properly, and it took me a while to figure that out. So this dynamic start that I normally have when pulling from the floor, so for power snatches, that's how I've been starting. It causes my upper back and my upper body to be kind of pulled forward, rounded forward, and I don't like that. And it kind of screws with my positioning and my timing. So I wasn't able to execute on the weight that I wanted to today. So earlier in the week, I did a few hang snatches at 205, and then a couple double hang snatches at 195. And today I barely got 205 for the full lift for a single. And then I tried 210 for a couple for 3 tries, and I missed all of them. And I'll point it out when it comes to it. But pulling from the floor just seems really, really, really off, and that's problematic for me because I always feel like I'm way better from the floor than from the hang. And I think that's how it should be. But it doesn't happen until it gets to a little bit heavier weights, because the lighter weights are exactly that. They're just light, and I'm able to kind of force myself into the correct position. So this is 135, and it feels nice. It feels good. I feel like I'm getting under the bar properly. 155 is here. So I'm starting to get pulled forward a little bit, and it just gets worse as I increase the weight. So one thing I was thinking about with these snatches was to add to extension with my shoulders and then my arms instead of my arms itself. So you can see here, 185. It's pulled forward a significant amount. 195 here. That's out of position for sure. That shouldn't have been as hard as it was. And then 205 is probably even a little bit worse than that. So I have a lot of space, and the amount of height I get is sufficient for me to lift heavier than that. So here's 210, and I try to fix that, but you see I get rocked forward a little bit, and my upper back is kind of curled forward. I think that's called a upper body kyphosis, or thoracic kyphosis. Not super sure, but it happens because of my dynamic start, and I was able to kind of fix it there, but everything else was off, and so the actual heavy weight at 210 was too heavy for today. And then I do my down sets at 165 today, just 3 doubles at 165. I was trying my best to, again, pull through my upper back and my shoulders after extension to pull my body under the bar and let my arms finish the work of pulling myself under the bar, so that it gives me a little bit of speed under the bar. I can kind of think about it like speed under the bar is just separation between extension and bar. And so the faster I can get this thing over my head, the faster technically I'll be under the bar, like theoretically, philosophically, if you will. Kind of like that, but I wasn't super prepared for that drop. So after that, I moved into the cleans. Cleans were a little bit better. I felt like I could clean quite a bit today, even though I didn't feel particularly strong. So I get up to 260. That's the heaviest weight I do, which is exactly what I did on Wednesday. But I think the clean here was a lot easier, and it's from the floor, so it's a little bit different. and then I go up to 275, which is by far the most I've cleaned in any position since the meet. And I clean it once, and then I missed a jerk, and then I clean it another time, and then I don't know, uneven attempt to jerk, because the clean was a little bit too difficult at that time. But I feel like I could probably clean around 290, 295 maybe today, and it just, even though I don't feel particularly strong and or quick, it just feels like I can do the weights. It's just a strange feeling where it's like I know I'm not gonna miss this clean. As far as when I get to 275, I didn't try, like I didn't put extra effort into cleaning it. I just kind of picked it up and proceeded, and it turned out okay. I was working on this whole time the timing. So this is my heaviest error here, 260. I was working on the timing of the jerk, but the problem is that I've been dipping a little bit too low. I mentioned it earlier. It's kind of closer, or earlier in the last video. It's closer to kind of a push press versus the jerk. The jerk should just be a quick knee bend. You can see there, my hips kind of drift forward, and it gets worse at the 275 here. But that clean was real easy for me. I didn't try. My upper back wasn't. I didn't try very hard. Sorry, my upper back wasn't too pained either. And you see that little hip shift, and that was a no-go for sure. This clean was a lot harder, a little bit forward, but I was able to save it, and then I don't want to even chance it on the jerk. So I moved into the pause front squats. What I forgot to do was actually my down sets of doubles for the clean, so I actually ended up doing the pause front squats, singles at 275, 3 singles at 275, and then going back and then doing the clean double plus 1 jerk at 225, which it's pretty funny for me. I think that one thing that I was mentioning to Steve was that one reason why my jerk might be a little bit apprehensive and my timing might be a little bit off is not only that I'm out of practice, that's for sure, but also I kind of hurt my hip in a split position. I believe I hurt my hip with a walking lunge, and my left foot was out in front, which is what my left foot would be normally for the jerk, and then my knee, my back foot, my right foot slipped, and it slipped all the way back, and it put a big stress and strain on my hip flexor, and ever since then it hasn't been the same, and it's been hurting for my cleans, or not my cleans, my squats themselves, and kind of every time I split, I feel very careful. It doesn't hurt anymore as much as it feels like it wants to hurt, but that might be a potential reason why it's not clicking the way that it used to be. It used to always be so easy in the past, and now it's questionable, because before in the past, if I could clean it, I could jerk it, but now it's not the case, but yeah. So this is the final thing I do today. The cleans are really easy, and then the jerk, I think this is the best jerk. We'll get a chance to look at it, but yeah, that'll be it for today. Nice clean. Yeah, pretty good. Thank you for watching. Shoots.